Hello friends, welcome you all. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the current trends in agri-allied activities. In the last lecture we have discussed about the different schemes which are framed by the government of India and implemented by the government of India as well as with the help of state government to develop the agricultural sector. In this lecture, we have planned to discuss the different parameters of agri-allied activities and agricultural sector, the current status and current trends in the agri-allied activities. So let us discuss in the nutshell that the robust demand is there for agricultural production. A large population and rising urban and rural income is driving the demand. External demand is driving export from the agricultural sector. Attractive opportunities are there. Demand for agricultural inputs and allied services like warehousing and cold storage is increasing in India at a fast pace. And some agribusinesses also have created attractive opportunity in the agricultural sector. Third, we can say that policy support. Agriculture export policy has set a target to increase agricultural export over US $60 billion by 2022. Government of India is also aiming to double farmers' income by 2022. So this is the policy support for agricultural sector. It We can see from the last lecture that we have discussed the different agricultural development schemes. From these schemes we can observe that government is continuously supporting the agricultural sector because the most of the population, that is 58% population, is depend directly or indirectly on agricultural sector. And compared to the agricultural dependence of population, the contribution of agricultural sector is very less if we compare other sectors such as industrial sector and service sector. uh, so the agricultural sector has been remained lagging sector since the independence, and now it is need of the hour to support the agricultural sector and solve the distress which is happening in the agricultural sector. Then and then only Indian economy can sustain its growth and development process. Fourth, we can say that competitive advantage. High production of agricultural land, diverse agroclimatic condition encourage cultivation of different crops. So the Indian climate is somewhat different than the world climate, and it has the variety of crops, and we have seen in the last few lectures that the Indian agricultural sector have different cropping pattern and climatic condition, so that the different varieties of crops can be grown in the Indian agricultural sector. Friends, just we will take the review of agricultural agricultural sector status, and then we will discuss the trends in the agricultural sector. Agriculture is the primary source of livelihood for about 58% of India's population. So gross value added, that is GVA, by agriculture, forestry and fishing was estimated at rupees 19.48 lakh crores. If we calculate it in the dollar terms, then US dollar 276.37 billion in financial year 2020. Growth in gross value added in agriculture and allied sector stood at 4% in financial year 2020. The agriculture, forestry and fishing gross value added growth is likely to be 3% in the second quarter of financial year 2021. The Indian food industry is forced for huge growth, increasing its contribution to world food trade every year due to its immense potential for value addition, particularly within the food processing industry. Indian food and grocery market is the world's sixth largest, with retail contributing 70% of the sales. The Indian food processing industry accounts for 32% of the country's total food market, one of the largest industry in India, and is ranked fifth in the terms of production, consumption, export, and expected growth. So 32% the total, the food processing industry accounts in the total food market, and it is one of the largest industry in India, and it's ranked fifth in terms of production and consumption and export also. Essential agriculture commodities export for the April to September period of 2020 increased by 43% to 53,626 crores, or 37,397 crores in the same period last year. So you can see the robust growth in the agricultural commodity export in the world market. You can imagine what the robust is here. 43% is the increase if we compare the last year. What is the market size of this agricultural sector? During 2019-20 crop year, food grain production was estimated to reach a record 295.67 million tons, that is metric tons, sorry, million tons. So in 2020-21, government of India is targeting food grains production of 298 million tons. This is very robust increase in the food grain production. Production of horticulture crops in India was estimated at a record 320 million metric ton in fiscal year 20 as per second advance estimate. India has the largest livestock population of around 535 million, which translates to around 31% of the world population. You can imagine 31% of livestock, that is animal husbandry, or the different animals like cow, buffalo, and sheep, then other birds, which have 31% of the world population. Milk production in the country is expected to increase to 208 million tons in fiscal year 20 from 198 million ton in financial year 20, registering a growth of 10% year on year basis. So 10% increase is there in the milk production. And India is the largest, one of the largest producer of the milk. Sugar production in India reached 26.46 million ton between October 2019 and May 2020. Sugar season according to Indian Sugar Mills Association. This data is given by Indian Sugar Mills Association. India is among the 15 leading exporter of agricultural product in the world. Agricultural export from India reached US dollar 38.54 billion in financial year 19, and US dollar 35.9 billion in the financial year 20. So there is the increase of 3 around 3 to 3.5 billion US dollar in the 1 year. The total agriculture export was US dollar 10.40 billion between April and October 2020. The organic food segment in India is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 10% during 2015 to 2025, and is estimated to reach 75,000 crore by 2025 from 2,700 crore in 2015. So organic food demand, or the food segment, have a largest demand in India and all over the world, and the most of the population preferring the organic food, and the robust demand will increase in the future for the organic food segment in India. Investment. According to the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, the Indian food processing industry has cumulatively attracted foreign direct investment equity inflow of about US dollar 10.20 billion between April 2000 and September 2020. Some major investment and developments in agricultural are as follows. In March 2020, fact the oldest large-scale fertilizer manufacturer in the country crossed 1 million production and sale mark. Nestle India will invest rupees 700 crores in construction of its ninth factory in Gujarat. In November 2019, Haldiram entered into an agreement for Amazon's global selling program to e-tail its delicious in the delicacies in the United States. In November 2019, Coca-Cola launched Rani fruit juice to step out of its trademark fizzy drinks. Two diagnostic kits developed by Indian Council of Agricultural Research, that is ICAR, Indian Veterinary Research Institute, and the Japanese Encephalitis IgM ELISA were launched in October 2019. Investment worth rupees 8,500 have been announced in India for ethanol production. So this much investment is happening in this sector. Achievements in this sector. In November 2020, the planting of winter crops exceeded by 10% compared with the last year, and witnessed a 28% increase in area under pulses. The total area acreage under pulses increased to 8.25 million hectares from 6.45 million hectares last year. Out of the total 37 mega food parks that were sanctioned, 21 mega food parks are operational as of November 2020. In November 2020, Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Mr. Piyush Goyal announced that the Food Corporation of India and state agencies are set up to procure a record quantity of 742 lakh metric ton paddy during the ongoing crop season, as against 627 lakh metric ton paddy last year. The electronic national agriculture market, that is we have seen in the schemes, agricultural scheme, that is ENAM, was launched in April 2016 to create a unified national market for agricultural commodities by networking existing APMCs. It had 16.6 million farmers and 131,000 traders registered on its platform until May 2020. Over 1,000 mandis in India are already linked to Enam, and 20,000 additional mandis are expected to be linked by 2021-22. Sale of tractors in the country stood at 804,000 units in 2019, with export of 80,475 units. During financial year 20, tea exports stood at 709 million US dollar. Coffee exports stood at US dollar 742 million in financial year 20. The electronic national agriculture market, that is ENAM, sorry, we have seen this. Government initiatives. Some of the recent major government initiatives in the sector are as follow. Uh, in November 2020, the government inaugurated a mega food park in Punjab worth rupees 107 crores that will spread across over 55 acres of land. In October 2020, the Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India included 100 new forest fresh organic products sources from tribes across India on its e-marketplace. You can see more on this tribesindia.com. In October 2020, AgriLender, that is NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, proposed plans to set up a subsidiary to provide guarantees for loans under agriculture and rural development. In October 20, the government announced that it is putting up a common data infrastructure for farmers in the country, and Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, Kisan, PM Kisan, and the soil health card will be integrated through a common database along with land record details. In September 2020, the government launched the PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, e-Gopala app, and several initiatives in the fisheries production, dairy, animal husbandry, and agriculture. Under this scheme, an investment of rupees 20,000 will be made in the next 4-5 years in 21 states. In May 2020, government announced the launch of Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund of rupees 15,000 crore. In September 2019, Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi launched National Animal Disease Control Program, popularly known as NADCP, expected to eradicate foot and mouth disease and brucellosis in livestock. In May 2020, 13,343 crore was allocated to the scheme. The Government of India came out with Transport and Marketing Assistance Scheme to provide financial assistance for transport and marketing of agricultural product in order to boost agricultural export. The Agricultural Export Policy 2018 was approved by the Government of India in December 2018. The new policy aimed to increase India's agricultural export to US $60 billion by 2022 and US dollar 100 billion in the next few years with a stable trade policy regime. The government of India is going to provide 2000 crore for computerization of primary agricultural credit society to ensure cooperative are benefited through digital technology. The government of India launched the Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, we have seen already, with an investment of rupees 50,000 crore, aimed at development of irrigation sources for providing a permanent solution from drought. Government plans to triple the capacity of food processing sector in India from the current 10% of agriculture produce, and has also committed rupees 6,000 as investment for mega parks in the country. As a part of the scheme for agro marine processing and development of agro processing clusters, that is, it is popularly known as Sampada. The government of India has allowed 100% FDI in marketing of food products and in food product e-commerce under the automatic route. What is the future and road ahead? India is expected to achieve the ambitious goal of doubling farm income by 2022. The agriculture sector in India is expected to generate better momentum in the next few years due to increased investment in agricultural infrastructure such as irrigation facilities, warehousing, and cold storage. Furthermore, the growing use of genetically modified crops will likely improve the yield for Indian farmers. India is expected to self-sufficient in pulses in the coming few years due to concerned effort of scientists to get early maturing varieties of pulses and the increase in a minimum support price. In the next 5 year, the central government will aim US dollar 9 billion in investment in the fisheries sector under PM Matsya Sampada Yojana. The government is targeting to raise fish production to 220 lakh tons by 2024-25. Going forward, the adoption of food safety and quality assurance mechanism such as total quality management, including ISO 9000, ISO 22000, hazard analysis, and critical control points, good manufacturing practices, and good hygienic practices by the food processing industry will offer several benefits. The agri export from India is likely to reach the target of 60 billion US dollar by the year 2022. So friends, that much from my side in this today's lecture. In the next few lectures we are going to discuss the different segments of agri allied activities such as dairy, animal husbandry, then fisheries, then we are going to discuss all other segments, food processing, etc., in the coming lectures. So if you have any problem questions, then you can write to me. Write your name in the comment box. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.